friends, it's Paige Evans, and I have a new layout and process video to share with you today using a lot of my favorite techniques: watercoloring, cut files, using my Turn the Page collection with pink paisley, with a lot of wood veneer, and my new sticker book that's available at Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I did was die cut my fall wreath cut file available in the Silhouette Design Store from white textured cardstock. It's by American Crafts. And the settings I use a ratchet blade set to about 8 or 9. The speed is about 4 or 5, and then I let it do its thing. It probably took about 15 to 20 minutes to cut this entire thing. And the first time I did it, it didn't even cut all the way through. I replaced my blade and my mat and it was good to go. But if you look carefully, this watercoloring that I'm doing, it's not the same that I keep working with in a little bit. I had to recut it and repaint the whole thing, but it's okay. All's well that ends well, and it all pretty much looks the same if you add these watercolors. I tried to use watercolors to match Turn the Page, and so I used that butterfly pattern paper as a reference for the colors, and yeah, I'm just mixing and painting. So I painted those longer leaves an aqua bluish color. I painted all the berries a red, and then I'm just going in and adding peaches and oranges and like purples, and I made the acorns a darker yellow, almost a brown, and just having fun painting this entire thing. I did use a hair dryer to help make it dry faster because I'm impatient. Although if you just want to let it air dry, you could do this next step while it's drying, and that is I went through my sticker book. So yeah, this is the new 30-page sticker book from American Crafts. There's 9 different books from the designers, and it's got 30 pages of stickers. There's over 1,000 stickers, and I just pulled phrases and icons that I thought would go along with the wreath and the photo that I'm using of me and my daughter Jane. So there are some transparency stickers like that, this phrase I just put down, and that nice speech bubble is also transparent. And what I'm doing is I'm placing them on vellum because I want to turn them into die cuts. They're pretty sticky, so if you just stick them down on your layout, chances are if you try to peel them off, they're going to rip or tear the page. So this way I have the freedom to place the stickers wherever I want just by putting them on vellum and then fussy cutting them out. Now you've got a whole bunch of die cuts. Once the wreath dried, carefully peel it off the mat. If your mat is brand new and super sticky, you're just going to have to take your time. Be patient as you peel it off because the papers are quite delicate. It's kind of thin. But once you do that, you've got your beautiful wreath. I did have to take some time to take out all the little inner pieces that didn't come off. And ta-da! Beautiful fall wreath that's ready for a photo and embellishing. I'm using this picture of my daughter Jane and I wearing these felt flower crowns that I got when I taught a class in Mexico City this past August. These lovely ladies made a flower crown for every single person, and there was almost 100 people there, so all that work, so lovely. I just opened up a brand new package of the wood veneer found in Turn the Page, and I am scattering them all around the wreath. I'm not really doing color on color. I'm just trying to piece them evenly spaced all around the wreath. And I'm using birds, butterflies, flowers, more leaves, and now I'm tucking in the sticker die cuts that I made. Even more butterflies and flowers and sentiments. And this just creates more textures. We've got cardstock, we've got wood, we've got paper stickers, and I just love all these different textures and elements that help make this wreath even more realistic and dimensional. So that flower on my daughter's head is black and it's kind of just standing out a bit. So what I'm going to do is cut off the flower from this sticker and just cover it up. And now my eye doesn't instantly go to that black flower, and it still looks Pretty. So I used glue dots to attach all those elements, but now I need to attach the entire wreath to the background, so I'm using liquid glue and placing it around the middle of the wreath, flipping it over, and then carefully placing it back on the white textured cardstock background. I'll press it down and let it dry. I'll tuck my photo back into the bottom. I'm going to use foam adhesive, again just for a little bit more dimension. Looks good. What's next? I'm going to add a border sticker. So all the stickers that I'm using are from this 30-page sticker book. I've made 5 layouts with this sticker book and I still have pages and pages and pages. So it's a good investment, if I do say so myself. I'm now going to create the title. There are 2 alphabets found in the sticker book. There's one that coordinates with Oh My Heart, which is these colorful mini alphabet, and then a floral alphabet which goes along with Turn the Page. The title is going to be We Love Our Flower Crowns, and I did use a ruler to find the center, which is 6 inches. Marked it in 2 places, and I'm going to just eyeball my title. Sorry it keeps going blurry in and out. It's trying to focus on my hands as I'm grabbing them from the sticker book, but anyway, hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. Okay, so the title is, yeah, We Love Our Flower Crowns, and I'm mixing and matching the title. Trying not to press them down completely until I'm sure of the placement so I can move them around, and then I'll press them down. I erased the pencil marks, and I'm going to use my trusty sewing machine to stitch them in place permanently, and again to add some more texture. I love the way that stitching and hand stitching adds just even more details. I'm using a basic straight stitch, stitching through each row of letters, and then I'm going to trim off the extra threads. Sometimes I leave the threads long, but in this case I'm just trimming them off. Perfect. Bending up the leaves for even more dimension to really make this wreath come to life. And then I've already typed and printed the journaling. Did it in 2 different sizes, and I'm going with the slightly larger one. I'm trimming it out. The bottom didn't trim as close to the text as I wanted it to, so I'm just going to trim off that little bit with my fine-tipped scissors. And then I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces, 3 strips of journaling, and I will use the liquid glue once again to attach the journaling onto the bottom of the photo. So that about finishes this layout. I hope you are inspired to try some of these things, whether it's the cut file or watercoloring over the cut file, using the sticker books, the wood veneer, lots of color, lots of pretty things. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon.